Well, here we've got the latest offering from Wimius. I've tested a few of their cameras, which have all been good. Difference between those and this one is actually touchscreen, and this is a touchscreen camera complete with all the accessories here. Records in 4K, has a remote, 2 batteries, external charger for them, and comes out at £50. And this has to be the lowest priced 4K touchscreen action camera that I've ever seen. So what else do you get here? A host of accessories, and they have gone the extra mile here, because not only do you get a remote, which is often a £10 extra, you've got 2 batteries, an external charger, they've gone as far as a skeleton case, they've gone as far as 2 backs for the waterproof case, which they say is waterproof up to 30 metres. This is an open back so that you actually get some ventilation and sound through. You've got a good range of brackets and mounts, including handlebar mount. And if you're not familiar with the way these kind of camera mounts work, you've got these little pads here that you can stick onto skateboards, motorcycle helmets, whatever you fancy, and the brackets push in. And you've got a good selection here of standoffs so that you can put them in different angles. You've also got a couple of tripod mounts here, male and female. Of course, you've got micro USB charging cable. Some straps here so that you can actually mount these by threading a strap through if you want, put it onto your knee or somewhere. Little carrying case, lens cleaning cloth, cable ties. This sounds like the Generation game. Spare sticky pads and a wire securing strap, and of course the manual, which looks okay at first glance. That must be the battery for the remote. I think that covers everything there, apart from one last thing. They've actually got a little card in here with contact details, which again is not a very common thing to see, but it's got an email address for support, Facebook page, website and so on. So good range of stuff there and well thought out. Let's take a look at the camera and the case. The case looks nicely made, and they say waterproof up to 30 metres. I think I said that. Let's pop it open. So let's take a look at this. Make sure you always take off this little protective film on the lens. First touchscreen camera that I've seen from Wimius. Well, first thing I've got to do is get it on charge, and I mentioned that you've actually got an external charger here, so you could be charging 2 at the same time, one in the camera and one in the external charger, which will incidentally plug in via USB to your PC or phone charger or whatever. Right then, so I'll get it on charge, take a look at the manual, find a suitable card, and then we'll take a closer look at this camera. Easy enough to slip the battery in, just slide that across. You'll see 3 little tags in there, and of course there are 3 corresponding little tags on the battery that just slips in like so. Right, well, don't go away. It says charging time up to 2 hours. It gives me a good chance to read the manual. So I'll see you in a bit. Well, the camera's on charge. Easy to see when it's charging because you've got this little red light that's flashing here. Once the light stops flashing, it's fully charged, and cameras always charge more quickly when they're turned off, which is achieved by a long press of the mode button. Just a couple of things to add if you're not familiar with action cameras. Sound is always very poor when the camera's in a waterproof case, so the idea of a skeleton case is, if you don't need it to be in a waterproof case, you can actually mount it in this kind of chassis, and of course you'll get better sound. And mount it on the brackets. Needs a bit of a squeeze anyway, but it mounts on a bracket like that, and of course you can still operate it when it's in the frame. Another thing worth mentioning is, when you close the waterproof case, put some pressure on the back here so that you're squeezing the gasket, otherwise it's very easy to break these clips. Now people ask me, why don't you take everything out of the bag to demonstrate it? Well, this is why, because it's such a fiddle getting these things out of the bags. But anyway, and the other thing to mention is, I have been asked, how do you change the back on a waterproof case? Now if you look carefully at these slots, you can see it's got an open side here, and the way you change it is you have to gently Oh, it comes out easily on this one. You have to gently push that out and then click, push the other back in. And as I mentioned, always give it a good squeeze before doing it up. Otherwise you may break the clip. Right, well that's that. The batteries are charged. Let's take a look at the operation of this camera. Well, I've had it for a couple of days now. Very easy to use. First off the case, got a nice feel about it. It's kind of got a rubberized feel about it, so it doesn't feel you're going to drop it very easily. On the front here you've got a 170 degree wide angle lens. That's pretty standard. On this end you've got HDMI out, and you've got micro USB for charging and also for plugging into a PC to download your files or delete them. The HDMI out, obviously you'd need a special lead so that you could plug it into your TV or whatever and presumably view the videos you've made on your TV. As far as I know, as far as the micro USB goes, there is no facility for external microphone. That's the micro card slot. You don't get a card with it, but you do need to use a good quality class 10, and for 4K preferably one with a little 3 there, but which is the fastest speed, or even one with a little 1 would be okay. This certainly works fine, and it goes in this way. It does need a little push, like so. So card in. On the top here you've got 2 buttons, one marked OK, which is shutter. The other one is marked mode. That's actually power and mode. And to turn on it's a 3-second press. And to turn off it's a 3-second press. On this end you've got scrolling buttons and a little tiny speaker, and playback you do get sound as well. Incidentally, on the subject of the scrolling buttons, in the menu there's in case mode, and although it's touchscreen, it means you can still operate it while it's in the case by using scrolling buttons and presses of the mode key. On the base you've got the battery slot, which I showed you when I put the battery in. Pretty straightforward. And on the back, of course, a 2-inch touchscreen. So turn it on, 3-second press of mode. Plays a little tune. Now, touchscreens are so intuitive and easy to use that they hardly need any explanation, but I'll give you a quick run through. It's a question of swiping or touching icons. But to explain what we've got here at the moment, actually default is video mode. And as you can see, we've got a little video camera in the corner. Tells you the card I've got in, 24.3. It's already got some video on it. Sound is turned on. Battery level. Settings, that's the video setting that I'm in at the moment, which is 1080 at 60 frames a second, and that's playback. So, and obviously it's got screensavers, which is why at 30 seconds it's turned off. Just press OK to turn it back on. So if I want to start recording, press OK, and you can see there's a countdown there. 6, 7, 8 seconds. If you want to stop, press OK. Incidentally, once screensaver is kicked in, if you're recording, you need to press it once to wake up. Second time will stop it recording. If I want camera mode, if I touch the little video icon at the bottom, it gives me a shooting menu which offers loop recording, which you could use for in-car use of dash cam, time-lapse, photo mode, timer, which is a countdown timer, auto, which is periodic photographs, default is 1 photograph every 3 seconds, burst mode is a series of pictures, and slow motion. I've got a little bit of slow motion in my clips. So say I wanted to use camera, if I want photo mode, little icon of a camera now, 8852, potential for still images, tiny little shutter sound there, so I've taken a still. There you go, another still. Hit it again, I'll go back into video mode. Now if I want to change settings while I'm in video mode, touch the little settings thing and I've got a menu here. Video resolution, 4K at 30, 2.7K at 30, scroll it, 1080 30, 1080 30, 1080 60, 720 at 120, 720 at 30 if you wanted. Press the return, back out of that recording sound, on or off. Time-lapse close, slow motion, motion detection, dead easy to use. So set it, loop recording, close, 2 minutes, whatever you want, return and close it. That's pretty straightforward. Now if I was in photo mode and I touch settings, it gives me the menus for the photo, timer, auto, burst mode and so on. Come out of that. So easy to change settings. Keep it in video mode. Now if you swipe down, you've got a menu. Turn the Wi-Fi on and off, screen lock or turn off, swipe up to get rid of that. If you swipe left, quicker than going into that menu, you can change from video mode to camera mode. Swipe again, back to video mode. So dead quick to change from camera mode to video mode. You've got playback here. Can scroll through that very boring little you can scroll through your videos, playback. The sound is very quiet, but you have got sound there too. Touch it again, pause, return, come out of that. So that is dead straightforward. Or alternatively, you can use the mode button and scroll through, play, menus and so on and so on. Use the side scrolling buttons to go through that. So dead easy to use. I found the battery life pretty good. They talk about 90 minutes. Well, when you consider you've got 2 batteries, that's potentially 3 hours of recording there, which is a lot. I'm not quite sure. I will have a look and see just how much data you use and what size card. It will take up to 64 gig, by the way, which is one hell of a lot of memory. So swipe it again, video mode. I'd say that covers pretty much everything there. Nice bright screen. Oh, let's say you wanted to change. Let's say you wanted to change that shut off time. Slow motion, motion detection. Go into that setting. In-housing mode. Car mode, image rotation, auto screensaver is set to 30 seconds. Let's say I want to change it to, well, turn it off. Actually 30 seconds is max, or you can stop it completely by just going close. So that pretty much covers that. Experiment a bit with these settings buttons when you're in different modes and you'll find it all anyway, but there's too much to explain. And to turn off, it's a 3-second press of mode. So let's now take a look at the remote that comes with this. First thing you've got to do is install the battery, and it doesn't come with a little screwdriver, but you need a little tiny crosshead, which I happen to have. Probably good to do this over a soft cloth or something, so that if you drop a screw, it drops on the cloth and doesn't bounce and you lose it somewhere. No, there's a little tiny gasket in there to help keep the water out. Ah, well actually it's already got a battery in it. So that's a spare battery for the remote. I wonder if that's okay. Yeah, it looks like it's got life in it. Well, I don't know why they've shipped 2 batteries, but there's another little bonus there. My advice to you would be press the buttons and see if you need to open it. But at least you know now how to change the batteries when it needs doing, which they probably last for years. And I've almost lost the screw anyway. No, there's one there. That's good. Right, so I've got the battery back in. I've got the back on. Be careful, just try and seat the gasket properly. So, operation of it, no pairing to be done. Turn the camera on. Now the remote's got two little icons on it. The grey button's got video camera. The red button's got a little photo camera. If you want to start video, press the button. And as you can see, you've got a countdown starting there. Press again. And you stop. Press the photo button. Press the photo button. Actually, it needed a slightly longer press to change. And I heard a slight click there. I don't know if you heard that. And it's countdown from 8841 to 8840. Still image capacity. Press the video button again. Longer press. And it switched to video and it started recording straight away. Dead easy. Press again. And it stopped. So that's dead easy. Next thing to look at is on the back here you've got a QR code because there is a Wi-Fi app that goes with this. So I'll find my phone and I'll show you how to use the Wi-Fi app. Right, the Wi-Fi app, well the first thing you've got to do is install it. Scan the QR code. Got it. Wimius download. Or no doubt you could go to Google Play and just look for Wimius Cam Pro. Install. So that's installing. Right, well the password is 12345678 All you need to do, he said confidently, is turn on the Wi-Fi, go into your Wi-Fi settings, and with a bit of luck it might be there. Yeah, there's Wimius, good. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Connect. Connected, no internet, and this flashes up with do you really want to connect. Now connection problems, as I say, are usually to do with your phone and not to do with the app, because I do get people complaining on my YouTube channel that their phone won't connect. Well, can't really help with that. So the app's connected. There's the Wimius icon there. Let's see how this works. This is, you're seeing this live. It works for me. Wimius action camera, connect. Not going to see much because it's looking down on that connect camera. And drop back with amazement because it's actually connected live on this channel. So as you can see, camera is connected and you can see what's happening there. So what can you do with it? Let's check out what you can do. There's a little setting symbol, no doubt change settings, yes, video resolution and so on. Easiest thing to do with these things is just experiment. Stop start camera, video countdown. Range of these things is usually about 10 meters, but this does mean you can put this somewhere. Say you're recording some wildlife or whatever, you can put it in a bird nest, monitor the action, stop start the video when you fancy. Now there's a little icon there. Oh, that's for looking at your photos and videos. It's all the stuff my test clips that I recorded the other day. It's going to take a while to load because there is quite a few gigabytes of stuff there. Come back out of that. And you can actually change things from photo to time-lapse to loop record, self-timer, burst mode and so on, photo burst and slow motion and so on. So all together, very useful. Let's see, come back out of that. And very little lag there, that's very quick. Lag is the time difference between movement and what you see on a screen. So if you wanted to mount it on a quadcopter or something, it'd probably work okay for that. And to turn off, I'm not sure. The easiest thing to do will be turn the phone. Well, just come back out of it, easy. Just go back, turn off, and turn off the camera. Well, I hope that's helpful. Press mode and I'll come out of that mode for 3 seconds, turn off. Well, I think that's pretty much covered everything you need to know about this. Time to look at the test clips. If you have found this helpful, there are actually 52 cameras tested on my channel now. Plus there's quadcopters, sailing, paragliding, paramotoring, bit of wildlife stuff, all kinds of stuff. If you've got a bored, wet Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon, then please do check it out. And don't forget, if you like it, hit subscribe just down there. But that's all for now. Have some fun with the camera, and I'll catch you soon. motorbike, please.
Underneath the pier there,
Yeah.
there's a motorcycle park.
Oh, right. Okay, rendered at 1080p. Chance I might upload this separately as a 4K rendered clip. Just the light from the machines. So let's see how it performs in the dark, or semi-dark.